Hey guys, it's your boy Fiscon here with a tutorial on how to add a username check into your command inside of VConnect. This is not a tutorial on how to make like a throw command on how to make the rain function or anything like that. This is a tutorial on adding a username check to your commands. But we'll start from the scratch. If you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and take a screenshot now because all you need is these four values, these four nodes, excuse me, and you just plug it into your next command, whatever it may be from your trigger. You could also put this after the cooldown, which might be smarter. It just, however you want to do it. Anyways, take a screenshot and then proceed. For the rest of us, we're going to use the setup wizard to make a basic command and then add the username check. And so we'll click the add in the bottom right, and then we'll go to setup wizard. We'll go to Twitch because that's what I use, and we'll do on chat received. What's important is what I intend to do, because I have it set up in the integrated, you can do on raid, right? And what this could look like is if a user raids you, they're in your list, you can do raid specific tosses. So my friend, the Skizzy, when she raids me, it throws a bunch of deers at me because she calls her followers the herd, right? That's another way you can use this to your advantage. But for simple things, on chat received, we'll put in our message. It'll just be test for the today. You can do whatever action. It doesn't matter. We'll do throw item because I don't have anything prepped for everything else. Poke dolls, I'll throw those in there. This is where you customize the actual effect, right? So you go ahead and customize that as much as you want, and it shows up with all this crazy stuff, and it's like, what's going on here? We can ignore all of it. All of this we're going to ignore. The only thing we care about is on Twitch, so don't even worry about that. Just shove it off to the side. You're going to left click on the Twitch chat header, and then left click and hold and drag it to the left because we need some room to work, okay? If you click the plus button, just be aware when you add a node through here, it's going to add it in the center of the screen right here on this cross, okay? So if you add a node and you're like, where is it? It's over there. Otherwise, we're gonna right click, click add, and this will add the node to wherever we right clicked. And we're gonna type in constant because we want a constant value. And I'll describe what this does. I like to place it under my command. In this case, what we'll put in here is a list, and that list is what we'll check against to verify whether the user is approved or not. The second thing we're going to do is right click, add, and then add a string split. What this does for us is it splits that list up into single values. Really, it's more for the check command, but that's not important. We're going to take our output, okay, and put it into our input. So that means when we type in here, whatever we type in here is going to enter that input side. And in this case, I've entered two values. These are called usernames, not display names. Now, the difference is when you see my name in chat, when I type, you see a capital F. A username is the lowercase variant, essentially, or your login. And you can see the details of that up here. If you hover over username, it will break it down and explain what that is, and then display name. You could also use user IDs, but that's for another day. The next function we're going to add, or the next node, excuse me, is the list contains. And this is basically going to say, hey, this is my list, and this is the username that's requesting the command. Do they match? Are they in the list? And to get them to check, we're going to take this parts and plug it into list. Okay. Also, before I forget, the delimiter is a comma. What this means is it'll make the next line based on the comma. So it's Fiscon, comma, the Skizzy, no space in between, guys. Don't put a space there. All right, so now we have the list contains plugged in with our list. So the list contains know what our list is. We need to tell it who's checking. So we're going to go over here and grab username. Remember, that's the lowercase value. And then we're going to plug it in. From here, it's the last step almost. We only have a few more things. I told you this was easy. You're going to right-click add and then search if. Grab that if command. Bring that down here. We're going to put it right here. I like it. I like it right there. We're going to take our contains and we're going to plug it into our condition. And this list is going to determine if whatever values input matches our list. And if it does, well, no matter the result, it'll send a true or false result to condition. And then we're going to come over here, click on this green line, right click it. Okay, normally I can right click it. If you cannot right click it, just hit the delete key. And what that did is it deleted the on trigger that was plugged into the cooldown. We're now going to add the on trigger to the execute of the if command. Okay, do we see that? And then from there, we're going to add the then into our execute. So basically what's happening is if the item contains is true, the if command is going to execute cooldown, which will then go into whatever command you have over here or whatever function you have over here. And you could also do something like adding an else command. So if they fail the check, you could put a message. You could do whatever you want down here. That's not important. But as far as you know, we're done. So the essentials is the function is quite simple. Someone activates your trigger, whatever that is. VConnect grabs their username, and then we have a list of usernames in this command that it checks against. And is it in the list? Okay, then execute my function. The important part, okay, guys, the important part is you can use this pretty much anywhere. So that's what I want you to remember is these 4 things when you make your VConnect commands. Well, if you're here, I just want you to know the Discord's down below, along with my Twitch where I stream. I play games mostly. Join the Discord, come hang out. I am not tech support, but if it's simple enough, I will help you. No worries there. Otherwise, thanks for making it to the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.